What's one question you hate being asked? Why are you not talking? I'm an introvert, and I hate this question. Especially when they ask that in front of a whole crowd. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? I'm betting in 2015 nobody had this shit right. Yeah, holy duck, my life's been kinda wild since then. 5 years ago seems like forever ago. Are you sure my slightly unusual last name is pronounced like that? Yes, I'm sure. What words would you use to describe yourself? I would describe myself as someone who hates this question. Apostrophe. Lana, what are 3 things you're most afraid of? Archer, you asking me this question 2 more times or something like that. When are you due? I'm not pregnant. My mom had a friend with a malignant tumor in her abdomen. People kept asking this. It eventually killed her. Why are you in the bathroom? I don't know. I'm bare ass naked writing plans to conquer Britain while drinking rum and snorting cocaine. The duck you think I'm doing? I'm taking a shit. You strip all the way down to take a shit? I fear you. Yeah, the worst part of pooping is putting my tie back on. What 3 fun facts can you tell the class about yourself? Getting asked this every year in school drives me crazy. Tell us an interesting fact about yourself is the most BS icebreaker. Nobody cares. Edit. Icebreakers are fun, but this is lame in my opinion. People in the group often have a hard time to come up with something interesting, and the team leader often does it because they have to. I just show them I can bend my knees backwards and they either say it's gross or think it's cool. Are you Chinese? No. Or how about what are you? Slithers nervously. Why don't you talk a lot? Or why do you stay so quiet? I never understood what kind of response people were expecting when they asked this question. Elle was always like I don't know, with a big smile. I don't like you guessed it. Thanks to you /Pets Whisperer for the award. What's your favorite song? Forgets every song I've ever listened to you I guess All Star? Any question like this gives me amnesia. How can you listen to that? That's not music. That's why I will take my personal taste in music to the grave. I don't even like weird music. I just don't want people to know. A fan of the danger music genre I see. My dad was my principal in my middle school. Everyone would walk up to me and say, "Are you the principal's son?" And then they just sit there and say, "Can you ask your dad to give me free 100s? I hated it. Edit. Spelling errors. Thanks. Wow, I didn't think I'd see something so specific to my childhood. My dad was also my middle school principal. Not fun. Also wondering if your teachers are treating you differently knowing your dad is their boss. How tall are you? Do you play basketball? You're tall. Do you play basketball? Your face is all ducked up. Do you box? Your teeth look terrible. Are you a hockey player? Why are you so short? Just respond with "so I can still have legroom in economy." Big TMG vibes on this one. Would you like to upgrade YouTube Premium? I would even pay $5 to not be asked this every time. That's how they get ya. Oh, you are artist. Can you draw me PLZ for free? I trained as an opera singer, and whenever I say that I immediately get asked to sing at their wedding /christening /uncle's funeral /neighbor's sister's son's bar mitzvah etc for free. That or if I'm going to audition for Britain's Got Talent. I studied 4 years to do pretty sophisticated software design for computer databases. When someone finds out about this, "Hey, can you fix my printer?" When are you going to start having kids? When are you going to try for a girl? I wanted 2 kids. I have 2 kids. My husband got a vasectomy. I'm old, but they still ask all the time. My 3rd son and last child is 5 months old and I've lost count of the amount of times I've been asked this /told I need a girl. Or the comments about how sad and disappointed I must be about it. Insane. Why are you single? As a fat kid growing up, I got fed up with responding with "I don't know," so I started saying "Are you blind?" ducking "Look at me," and I didn't get any more of those questions. Word. People underrate how bad being fat is in the dating market. I'm an only child. I've heard many people ask me what it was like being spoiled rotten as a kid and given anything I wanted. Wait, what? All because it was just me doesn't mean I was just given anything I ever wanted. Same goes with being the youngest. How was it being the little spoiled baby of the bunch? Well, felt like the oldest wanted me dead for having different rules than he had when he was my age. Because my parents //king learned along the way, and like all I ever did was try and do as well as all the others before me. And having teachers tell me, wow, I've had your siblings before. I confess I didn't expect the last one to be so different. Yeah, you know. Sorry for being an individual human being. Exactly lol, I hate when people expect you to be exactly like your older siblings. IDK how people can be surprised that you're your own person and not like a copy of an older sibling. What's wrong with her? Why do you put her in the wheelchair? What caused that? Did you know about this before the birth? My child is disabled. My mom still gets asked those questions when we are in public, and I'm 24 years old. I feel for my brother so much when people start asking my parents or his caretakers rude questions in front of him. It's extra hard BC he's nonverbal and can't tell them to mind their ducking business. It's also why he loves going to Costco and meeting all the sample people BC. They're all incredibly nice and just treat him like a regular person. I can't wait until quarantine is over and he can have his social life back. How old are you? When I'm at work. About X days older than the last time I was asked that question. Can you tell me about yourself? I hate that question in personal conversations and in job interviews. I hate talking about myself, and it's such a broad question that I never know what to say and always think I'm giving a bad answer. There's actually a formula you can follow when you get that question in a job interview. Pause. P. Personal A. Academic W. Work S. Skills personal. Stick to your name. Maybe places you lived. And maybe a fun fact about yourself, as long as it's relevant to the job you're applying for or relates to upcoming information. Academic. Explain where you went to school. Your degree/certificates and anything else education related work. Explain any previous related work or volunteer experience to the job you're applying for. Skills. Mention any skills, technical/soft, related to the job you're applying for and mention where you developed it from. This can be a good way to mention additional work experience, volunteer experience, school projects, conferences, etc. That won't have fit well overall. You want to make sure this answer doesn't go past 2 minutes or else you'll bore the interviewer. Hope this helps. Close bracket. Never heard about the method, but it is more or less what I go for. Explain what in your life makes you not only apt, but unique for the job. Applying for a job in sales for a boat company and studied marine biology. Make sure to explain how you can fascinate customers with stories about dolphins and coral reefs. Did you intern at Boeing? Tell them how it prepared you to quickly learn about complex machines. Did you tutor kids as a side gig? How lucky. That makes you perfect to explain complex concepts in simple terms. Are you a natural redhead? I can relate. I'm a natural redhead and I get asked all the time. Don't know how people can't tell by my pale skin and freckles. I think my lack of freckles threw them off, and how dark of a natural red it was. Lol. I have naturally shaky hands and work at a coffee shop, so I get asked if I've had too much caffeine all the time. It gets very annoying. Knew a guy like this. He had a slight palsy in his left hand. People assumed he was a drug addict and asked if he could share his stash with them. I had a guy with tremors working for me at one point. His hands were always shaking, too. This no longer happens because I was extremely fortunate to have a baby, something I wanted but couldn't for a long time. I've been pregnant twice but only have one child. My first pregnancy ended in miscarriage. I hadn't told many people about the pregnancy, but people knew we were trying. And we had plans to attend my friend's son's party about 5 days after losing my baby. While we were there, Someone asked if I was okay because I was quiet. Since it was a party, I responded that I was just tired. She chimes in with, oh, maybe you're pregnant. Are you pregnant? It felt like someone hit me. It was awful. My response was no. I just miscarried this past week. But thanks for asking. No one else at the party asked us when we planned on having children. Or again at any subsequent parties until we announced we were expecting our girl. I guess that's a really long way to say that my least favorite questions involve procreation plans. Is it in yet? In yet? Hell, I'm already finished. My Uber's here. See ya. Do you and your twin share boyfriends? No. She's married to a man and I'm a lesbian. The duck kinda question is that anyways? Are they expecting you to duck your twins' boyfriends? WTF. I'm a brother of 2 identical twins, and I'm occasionally asked this question. People can be weird. Why do you look so miserable? Duck off. I can't help the way I look. It's just my face. Been there too. This is a big mood. Even when I smile I have the eyes of middle-aged man and crippling debt. What's one question you hate being asked? Why are you so quiet? I can't stand that. I've always been quiet. Whether it's because of my personality, upbringing, my daddy's quiet too, or just not feeling the need to all the time. I've always encountered this question and the ramifications from it. Why doesn't he like us? Why won't he open up? He's so arrogant to not say anything to me. Who does he think he is? Generally I'm just quiet because I don't like to talk over people or insert myself in conversations where I feel like an outsider. It gets misinterpreted all the time and has to be something I'm conscious of, especially in workplace environments. That in and of itself gets exhausting. Wow, dude, you're like me, but like not me. Jokes aside, I totally relate. It's annoying because sometimes you wanna sit and enjoy the situation, only for it to be ruined by hey man, why are you so quiet? You hate us or something, Lmao? I'm colorblind, so. WHATISCS color, I'm sorry, I don't see race. All races are the same, really. The fastest guy usually finishes first. Do you have a girlfriend? Or more specifically, why haven't you got a girlfriend? Why don't you have a girlfriend? You're so handsome. Thanks grandma, but clearly I'm not. When you lost something, well, where did you lose it? Somewhere on the earth. I honestly just say on the moon, because they'll most likely be very confused. Can you eat that? I'm diabetic. As if I'm just going to throw it down and go OMG no. Thank God you were here to save my life from the evil cookie. I had completely forgotten about my lifelong ailment. I'm also diabetic. How about the whole BRTOUDONT look DIABTC? Yeah, you don't exactly look like an idiot either, but you are. And for duck's sake, can we just rename type 1 to something else? People need to stop confusing type 1 and type 2. That would fix so many of these social problems. I think half of these people haven't even heard of insulin. You don't look diabetic, though, and you look smart enough not to make that statement. Yet here we both are. Apostrophe. You're a guy. Why do you have long hair? It's weird, man. It just keeps on growing. Must be all the metal. I'm allergic to latex. Someone always asks how condoms work, and it almost always blows their minds that they make latex-free condoms. Are you okay? Honestly, I don't know. I usually just respond, why do you ask? And it changes to a two-way conversation where I have more control of what I tell. I don't know, just asking means they don't want to share why, or don't really care, and I can usually just not answer. But specific reasons, like, you just seemed kinda angry, I can respond to by accepting or denying the claim, and choose to answer more or not. I think that you just saved my life. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily Reddit videos.